Morning everyone, welcome back to another week of me pretending I know what I'm talking about when it comes to watches. We're already off to a busy start this week. I've just got off the phone and I've done a deal on this Rolex Air King. It's a 126-900, really cool watch. It's an unworn 2024 full set. So I'm gonna show you a bit of this in a while, but I'll tell you what, nothing hits better than a first thing on a Monday morning deal. So we've got that out the door already, and I've just done a deal on a 2023 Sprite Jubilee as well. So I'll show you this watch in a minute, but that's a really cool one. Something I found over this weekend, as we've been shifting a few Tudors, and just as I thought I was getting up to grips with model numbers on things like these Rolexes, I've started selling loads of Tudors, and then I suddenly realised I don't know any of the model numbers for Tudors. So I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive into some of the different Tudor models today. I've got two in with me at the moment because that's all I've got left. They all went this weekend that we're going to go over, but I'll put some pictures from other ones up that we've had in and try and learn some reference numbers for Tudors together, because things like these Rolexes now, 126655, 126-900, I'm pretty confident with. I know what I'm talking about. Well, or I can pretend I know what I'm talking about anyway. But yeah, as far as things like the Tudors go and some of the Omegas, if anyone's ever tried to learn Omega reference numbers, hats off to you, because well, they go on for about 3 years. But yeah, we're going to learn some Tudor reference numbers today, and I'm also going to talk about this. And yeah, stay tuned on this, because if anyone's interested in a rose gold Yacht-Master 40, we're going to do a bit of a deal on this in the video today. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll talk about all of these. Nice one. Here's that Air King, and as you can see, it is a true unworn 2024 model. Very, very, very cool. I'll just show you this as well. I undo the clasp. This watch still has its caseback sticker in place. Really, really cool. Fully unworn. We took this as a Part X on a Submariner a few weeks ago, and I knew straight away, to be honest, that this was going to sell pretty fast. I mean, it's insane. And they're really cool little watches. People like these a lot. I mean, they're cheap for a start. You're getting a Rolex unworn for under £6,000. It's amazing. But people like these as everyday watches as well. And now that people like a bit of a bigger watch as a daily, this is a really cool watch. I prefer this one to the 116-900 as well. I really like the crown guards. But yeah, this is a cool watch, and I'm glad it's going off to a nice new home. So, Tudors. I've had all sorts in recently. I've got these two left, and these are actually two really good examples to use when we're talking about these reference numbers, because in here we've got two modern Tudors, and I'm only going to be talking about the modern ones. So that is any reference number that starts with an M modern. It's in the modern catalogues, right? But I've got two models of different age here, in that this has got an in-house movement, and this one, which is one of the older heritage Black Bays, has got an ETA movement. Normally, it's quite easy to spot the ETA ones because they've got the smiley writing of the self-winding rotor at the bottom, and then the writing on the newer models with the in-house movements is flat. So I've had a lot of different ones in recently. This one here is a GMT. This one, see, I'm forgetting already, but this is the M79830 RB. And RB, that's really nice and easy. We know what that stands for. Red, blue, because it's on the bezel. But yeah, the 79830 is just the model number for this one. And then on this older one, this is a M79540, and that is the older ETA Heritage 41 Black Bay. Both are 41mm watches. This is a 2023 model. This is a 2021, so slightly older model. Both lovely watches. I've also had I've had a Black Bay 41 with the red bezel, which is the 79230R. That was a really nice watch. I'll put some pictures of these up. I had 2 Pelagoses in. I had a 39, which I believe, but I could be wrong. The reference on that is 25600TN. That was the black one. And then I had a blue one last week, which is the 25600TB. T stands for titanium, and then the N is for black, noir, and the B is for blue. And then the only other one I've had in recently, these all went this weekend, was a pretty cool Heritage Chrono, and that was the, now I'm going to have to look this one up because I can't remember, the M70330N. Again, I'll put a picture of this up. But you can see there's lots of 7s in these reference numbers, but after that, there's not really a lot of rhyme or reason to it. So I think this is going to take quite a while to learn. But I want to be up on these just as good as I am on the Rolexes. So I think I'm also going to be just like doing lines at this point, trying to learn them all. But these are really nice watches. This one is actually sold now, but this GMT is available. And yeah, if anybody wants a deal on this watch, it's a 2023 model. It's unworn. It still has a case back sticker. It's a full set, swing tag, everything, and it's available from us now. I'll leave this below, but it's available from us now for £3,250, which I think is, for a GMT with 200-meter water resistance, a white dial. Wow, it's a lot of watch for the money. The finishing on these things, the bracelet. I mean, I know the rivet bracelet is a bit of a Marmite thing. Personally, I love it. I think it's cool, and I kind of wish that Rolex would bring back a rivet bracelet because it's got that sort of vintage charm, but it's also, I mean, it's rugged and it's just cool. So it's a lot of watch for the money. If anybody fancies this, get in touch and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, Tudor models. Moving on. Suppose I should show you all what I'm wearing as well, because I don't think this one has seen the light of the day on the channel yet. But this was my first proper watch. I had little watches when I was a kid, but this was my first watch. The watch that got me into watches, really. 1969 Omega Dynamic. It was my granddad's watch, and he left this to me. And as soon as I put this on, I knew it was the watch for me, and I've loved it ever since. As you can see, I've had all the links taken out of it, and it still doesn't fit. So it has got this piece of foam to make it fit me. It's scratched up. It's had to have a fair bit of work done to it, but it now runs fantastic. I put it on the timograph the other day, and this little thing from 1969 was running within 1 second a day. So there you go. It's not the most rugged watch of all time. It's got massive domed acrylic crystal, and I've managed to break 2 of these. This is my 3rd crystal, and it's still scratched up. But do you know what? If you don't wear these things, what's the point in having them? So that is my watch today. And now we're going to talk about something a little bit different. So, the Yacht-Master. This one is a rose gold 40mm. It's reference number 126655. It's a 2022 model, full rose gold on the Oyster Flex bracelet. It's a full set. It is in immaculate condition. There is not a scratch on this watch anywhere, and importantly, the bezel is in perfect condition as well. This watch is spot on, and if I had this kind of money lying around, I'd want one of these. I think it's absolutely stunning. But what I'm going to do is, if anyone watches this video and they want this watch, you get in touch with me, and you say you've come from this video, you can have this for £21,250. You're not going to find a cheaper one of them in the whole of the UK. So get in touch if you want this watch. It's yours for that. I don't think you'll find a better bargain all day today. Let us know. Nice one. So, just as I'm packing a few watches up ready to go, thought we'd just talk about some thoughts of sort of where customers are at the moment, where the markets maybe are at the moment, and after coming off the back of what I'm calling Submariner Week last week, which if anyone was watching last week, you'll know we sold, I can't even remember now, it was about 7 Submariners in 1 week, everything from brand new and unworn 26 dates and no dates, 5-digit date subs. We had a Kermit go, we had a Black One go, we also had a 30 dial bluesy, as well as a newer reference bluesy. So last week was the week of the Submariner. This week has been a little bit different, and it's sort of been going this way for a couple of weeks now, or it's felt like it has been anyway. And the thing I'm noticing at the moment is the brand new, the unworn. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 25 or a 26 unworn. 24s, 23s, anything that is true unworn or brand new is selling fast at the moment. People are after new watches, and I know this is nothing brand new, but stuff like that is going really quickly at the moment, as well as a lot of non-Rolex bits. So your Tudors, your Omegas, Cartiers, these are all things we've had in recently, and they've all gone pretty quick. But stuff like 3, 4, 5-year-old worn date justs, worn subs, anything that's just a relatively normal watch and that's a few years old is not going as quickly as it sometimes does, which is interesting. We've had a few interesting bits like Yacht-Master 2s in as well this week that went really fast. One of them didn't even hit the site, it went that quick. And I think that again is just because, well, that watch is now discontinued, so is obviously a little bit more sought after. But yeah, it's interesting how all of the sort of the more modern stuff that's a couple of years old, unless it's priced incredibly cheap, is not going as quick. It's going, just not as quick. So that's something that I need to bear in mind now going forward when I'm buying, really. But that's where we're up to this week. We're about to say goodbye to the Air King, and gonna get down to the post office, and I'll catch you next week with whatever ramblings about watches I have then. See you later.